So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZWGames5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below. What's up YouTube? Dale here from Zephyr War Games, bringing you our newest episode of Meta Mondays. Now, this one's going to be a little bit different because this weekend was sneak peek for Chaos Impact. So what I'm going to do in this installment is we're going to go through the upcoming YCS London and Comic-Con as a general kind of event for you guys of everything Konami is providing. And we're going to have a quick preview into the brand new set of Chaos Impact. We're going to look at the chase cards from the weekend. We're also going to look at the cards from my experience at my sneak peeks I attended, what was short printed, what was harder to find, and the overall values of each of the main secrets. And we'll touch on the main ultras that we're going to be looking at as well. On top of that, we did have a normal tournament today, including the new set. So I'll actually talk you through the decks that were played and kind of what filtered in the top cut as well. So let's start with that one there. Let's get the locals out of the way. So the one locals was here today. And there was quite a lot of nice decks out there. There was Subterrors, True Dracos, Tenyis, which is one of the new decks. Dream Mirrors as well. Phantasm Spirals, Rockets with Striker Dragon as well. And then there was a couple of Orcus, Necros, Lunalight, Orcus as well. So there's a nice variety of decks being played. And the top four were as follows. So in fourth place was Tenyis. Very, very interesting deck profile on that coming up for you shortly as well. So Tenyis did receive a Synchro monster and a main deck and a link-free effect monster, along with a new effect monster for the main deck that allowed you basically to special summon a Tenyi from your deck, and that is how you can kind of link climb and of course synchro climb into the brand new generic level 8 synchro, which we will touch on a little bit later on. On top of that, third place I believe was Rockets. Could be wrong on that one, I think it was Rockets, but second place was Phantasmal Spirals, just so much back row, there's not a lot you could do against it. And then, third place was Shadows. Third place was pure Shadows, and I've actually got the profile for that coming up as well. So that was piloted by Rob. He got third place for that. Very, very interesting build as well. And then second place was Phantasm Spirals. Just so much back row, and you'll see with the first place what kind of took the spot. So first place was Dracos. So it was all about the back row control that those two kind of just had, and that one took first place. So well done to Marley on that one. Without the Hakai or the Unchained as they're now known. So let's move on to Chaos Impact. So the Chaos Impact sneak peek happened this weekend. I hope your pulls were blessed. I hope you got everything you needed. So the four prismatics from the set that we now know. In the rare spot is the Hakai Twin or the Unchained Twin, the fire version. In the super spot, it is Gorgon, the Link 2 Evil Eye monster. In the ultra spot is the IP Marincess, not Marincess, the Link 2 that allows you to link during your opponent's turn. Very, very good card. Should have been a secret, but I'm glad it's not because it would have been even harder to get hold of. And then the secret, which I think was the wrong decision, was the Phoenix, which is the Link 4 for Salaman Grace. Now, I think this would have been better as the Firewall, as it is our first Link 5, but they went with the Phoenix. We didn't see any prismatics pulled, and I believe there was a total of 8 kits that went through that I witnessed this weekend. And we saw a total of, we didn't see any of the Hakai Link 2. We saw 4 of the Link 3s. We saw 1 of the Starliege Dragon. We saw 3 of the spell for the Hakai and the Unchained. I'll be putting all these images up right next to me anyway, so you'll be able to see which ones we're talking about. We saw 4 Blue Tang. We saw, how many Phoenix? 4 Phoenix. And we saw, I'm trying to remember what else has been missed out. The other secrets. So we've gone for the Phoenix, we've gone for that, we've gone for that, and that. 2 of the Fluid Dragons, and finally, I bet whoever's watching this is shouting at the screen going, "It's this one, you haven't said this one yet!" Just trying to remember each of the secrets. Starliege, I can't remember what the last one was. Apologies. Phoenix, Fluid, both of the Hakai, the Link 2, Link 3, and then it was the spell for the Hakai. Oh, that's it, the main deck Hakai. Oh, the main I'm so stuck on Hakai, it's Unchained. The main deck Unchained, I saw 2 of those out of those entire 8 kits. You can kind of see at Sneak Peek, which was a little bit harder to pull. So the Star Liege and the Link to Hakai Unchained was one of the two that we didn't see a lot of. In regards to the set, so we'll go through each of these secrets if we've just gone now. So the Star Liege, if you actually look, they were going for 50 quid at pre-order as of Friday. They then dropped down, so if you looked at Tier 0, when they had them in stock, they were actually selling them for 20 quid, which is crazy good money. Blue Tang was going around 50 quid, the average is going at 40 quid, and Tier 0 had it at 37 quid. For the Link to Hakai, now this is the one that I think is going to be the underdog that's going to actually cost a lot more money. Pre-orders were £30. People, from what I've seen, are selling them between £20 to £30, and Tier 0 had them on at £15 each. They are now sold out. The Link 3 Hakai pre-orders were going at £35. The actual sale prices were going for about £20 to £25. And again, Tier 0 had them on their website at £18. The main deck Hakai was going at pre-order for £20. And that is kind of the average selling. A couple of going between £15 and £20, and Tier 0 had them on there for £15. So bang on the mark on that one. Fire Phoenix pre-orders were going at £20. The actual sale price of those is going between £10 to £20 or £10 to £15 depending on where you're going to get it from. Then for the Fluid Dragon, pre-orders were going at £20. They were then going for £15 and they're actually selling for about £10 to £15. So that is kind of your bracket for those as well. Then looking at the other secrets that kind of came out as well, that didn't really pull the prices up, is you've got the Hakai spell, and that was pre-orders going for £30. And I believe the fact if everyone else has had trouble pulling it as well, they will be going for around £20 plus, because they are a very, very important card to have within the deck as well. So we've gone over Star Liege, we've gone over the Marincess, we've gone over all four of the Hakai, we've gone over the Fluid Dragon, and then we've got to go over the last one, which is, I've just got over it, the Phoenix. We've already covered them all. So there's nothing that is breaking the bank. Blue Tang seems to be the most expensive. The Star Liege Dragon was going for about 50 quid. Tier 0 had them for 20 quid, like I mentioned. So, you know, you can kind of see that the balance between the two as of whether or not to get the boxes or not, or it depends on what you need and what you want. The main chase cards, it was Striker Dragon at £15 as an Ultra, and the Ipe Masquerader at £20 on Tier 0, and that will probably increase depending on how frequent it has been in your local area and how many of those were pulled. This card, in my opinion, is probably one of the best cards in the set. Easy £20. All the other Ultras are going at anywhere £10 or less, so there is nothing there that is going to break your bank if you are after the Ultras. Rares and Supers come and go quite easily, and they shouldn't be costing you anything more than a £2 to £3 at maximum for those individual Rares and Super Rares. So that's just a quick insight into the set. I don't want to spend forever on it. It does get officially released on Thursday. I don't think there's anything that in our region that I saw was anything too hard to pull, because with other people putting them up on the trade groups and all of the other sale groups like that, you were seeing the cards a bit more consistently. The only one that I didn't see featured a lot was the Star Liege and the Unchained spell card. So, let's get on to the biggest event of the weekend, and that is YCS London coming up next week at MCM Comic Con. As a side note, if you are to enter the YCS on the Friday as a pre-reg, you will get some pre-reg exclusives from my understanding, and of course 5 packs for entry, and I believe it is around £20. Not to mention that on the Saturday, if you manage to stay through first round one and round 2, you are then given a priority or an entry ticket to the actual main MCM Comic Con, and that allows you to go around see all the vendors. Tier 0 will be there. Brotherhood will be comboing off with the official Konami stand. And when you go to the official Konami stand, they do have the voice actors for both Pegasus and My Valentine. If you haven't seen the con exclusive mat, it is right here for you. You can purchase these from the Konami stand at around £20, might be £25, I do not know if the price has been confirmed. You then get to have free signatures off of the voice actors while you're there. So in the past 2 years, they've had Joey and Marek's voice actors, and the first year they had Kaiba and Yugi. So you can get this exclusive mat, go and get this signed by the voice actors, and all you've done is spent £20 and visited the Konami store. And on top of that, Konami store will have all the brand new products, a couple of old products, and they'll also be demoing speed duels as well, because they are trying to get that more interest out there for speed duels, and it is certainly growing. It is a very, very interesting kind of aspect if you want to take a step back from the current meta and actually refresh yourself at Yu-Gi-Oh! Hopefully this is their way of resetting the format like Vanguard did and doesn't actually get reset. So there you go. Here you go, speed doors if you want to reset the format. We're going to keep the normal meta as we go here and there. So, I believe there'll also be side events at the YCS where you can pick up your Mega Regional on the Sunday. There's also little side events where you can get hold of the Bakura mat, I believe. And then there's other little side events that you can do to get points that'll get you more attribute dice, spell and trap dice, and Millennium Puzzle dice, or Millennium Item dice. So there will be a full weekend of Yu-Gi-Oh! We already know that many of famous Yu-Gi tubers will be going there. We did have Team Sam went there last year. I believe he's going again this year. We do know that Triff Gaming will also be making an appearance there as well. You never know, Simo might even turn up as well, depending on how he feels about London. Unfortunately, the weather is not as good down here as it is in Texas sometimes. But for all of you that are going to YCS, I wish you the best of luck. I unfortunately will not be able to enter the event as I do work at the con myself. However, if you are about and you do see any of our teammates in the jackets themselves, just come say hi. They'll be more than happy to offer you some advice or just have a general chat with you guys about the upcoming meta or anything you might feel that you might have questions about. They're all friendly guys. None of them are going to bite. Do not worry. Carl might seem like a bit of a grumpy bear, but you know, after you say hi to him and talk about Infernoids for 5 minutes, he chills down. He's a very, very happy lad. So yeah, all the other guys should be there. They're going to go down for a bit of fun, and then they might go to the con afterwards as well. So it is a fun weekend away. It's not just a cut-off YCS. If you do want to break from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Or if you're not doing too well in the main event, you've got the side events, but if you want to break from Yu-Gi-Oh!, go around the con. Like I said, you've got all the vendors there, Tier Zero Brotherhood, the official Konami stand, not to mention everything else. There'll be anime there, there'll be guests from Simon Pegg, all the way up to Jason David Frank if you are a Power Ranger fan as well. They also have the cast of Ruby, or the voice actors for Ruby as well from Rooster Teeth. So as a side note from Yu-Gi-Oh!, you've got all of that entertainment to look into. There's pre-release of games there as well that you can go and play. There might even be VR that you can test out. And just have a fun weekend. If you're going to be there already for YCS and you just want to change out even for 5-10 minutes, maybe even half an hour to an hour, by all means go and see MCM Comic Con because it is awesome and it does give you a break from the Yu-Gi-Oh! The Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyway, that is a quick breakdown for Meta Mondays. I think that Pure Orcus is going to take YCS. I think they're still very, very strong. It's probably the strongest deck right now. I don't think any decks coming out of Chaos Impact, unless an individual has been testing it like sporadically just on top of it, like Marin says, or have found the perfect mixture of Hakai Dracos, will be causing a lot of issues. You might see them as a bit of a road deck, but I do think that Orcus Pure will be the dominant deck. Thunder Dragons will also make an appearance as well, as they are kind of untouched. And I even think Salads will be making an appearance to cause you a few issues. So keep those in mind, and best of luck to all of you that attend. But for now, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. And until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling. What's up, YouTube? Dad here from Zephyr Games. Thanks for watching that video. If you liked it, please hit that big thumbs up button in the bottom corner as well. And don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. Make sure you click that notification bell as well so you know every time one of our new videos goes up. Throughout the whole year of 2019, we're going to have more deck profiles, duels, and of course pack openings for you guys to watch and enjoy the entire year round. So stay tuned for more, and as always guys, happy dueling.